everyone. Omnia's Wish, has said about doing like a tour of where you keep all your shit, basically. All your nail stuff. So I thought I would, being as Richard's just gone to do the horses for me, I would record it now. Now, if I go back a little bit, as you can see, mine is up the corner of my bedroom. So it's stacked, packed and racked, basically. I've pulled the curtain back. There is usually a drawer curtain there, but I've moved it out of the way. Whenever I do nails and that, I pull the curtain back out the way anyway, because I don't think you can beat broad daylight, you know, over lights like I've got. As you can see, I've got horses everywhere. Just got to have a horse. So, right, first of all, I've got a lovely big chair. I'll show you this bit first. Right, I'm out of breath and all. I've just stood up. Right, my gloves and my wet wipes live on my windowsill. Only because they're so close, I've just got to reach and grab some. I've got a little, let me turn you that way slightly, a wooden unit there, which houses my lamp, which needs a clean by the looks of it. And I do have bits and pieces in the drawer. The rest of them are, I think I've got, that's my glue gun bits in that one. Richard's Xbox stuff in that one. Richard's Xbox games. I've got my tips and all my old, you know, all the things that I've done in there, and the bottom two are just junk. I've obviously got my big gold horse's head there, and I've got that ceramic heart I actually use for taking photos sometimes. So it's quite handy. You can just lay it on its side like that and pop your tips on top and take a photo. So you get a pretty background. I've used it with Mum as well when I've done Mum's nails, and she's rested her hands on there and had her photo taken. And my lovely little candle with a J on it from my eldest son, what he bought me as part of my Mother's Day gifts. Sorry, I'm going to try not to blind you. My little itty diddy bin lives there. That I usually put sort of non-smelly stuff in, even though it's got a lid, because it doesn't get changed as often as I have a roll of, I can't remember where the camera is, a roll of these which I hang right next to me, which I'll show you in a minute, for stinky stuff, because I like to bag it straight away and get it out. We are in my bedroom, so anything that stinks has to go as quick as possible. Right, now as you can see, I am very near to the window, and you know what the main road's like outside. It's hectic, as you've heard sirens and all that shiz before. So because when I do any monomer stuff now, I open that big window and the other big window that side and the one at the top, and yeah, it's quite noisy. Whereas before I was in the bedroom round the back, which wasn't as noisy, believe it or not. Anyway, carrying on. The brown envelopes there are, if I have any ideas what I suddenly pop into my head, I will, you know, say if I see a glitter and some nail polish or something, or some foil what might go with this glitter, I bung them in a bag or bung them in an envelope. So if I'm stuck for ideas, then I'll think, oh, I know what I can do. Look in those, you got your set sorted. Works all the time, it does, and that's how I decide what I do. I've obviously got, as I'm blinding you, a small ring light. That is just an, I think it was an Aldi or a Lidl one. So it's not, yeah, it's only meant to be like a little desk lamp. I think it was about a tenner, 7, 8, 9, 10 quid or something like that. But that stays on whenever I'm filming or doing photos. Any other time it gets switched off. Oh, behind my horse's head, if I can go around the corner, that is my tips box. I have just emptied it because it was full to the brim and it kept coming out the handles at either side. So I've emptied that now. Any sets that I do, they get bunged in there. Right, this rack on my desk is it's actually a shoe rack, and we've got the bottom half of it in the hallway still with shoes on. And when we moved my desk downstairs, I thought, I wonder if that'll fit in there. And the reason why I said I wonder if it'll fit in there is because I've got that metal bar which houses my, if I show you my light system and where it holds my camera. So this is the cheapest option I found, because I can't afford an Archon. I would love one, don't get me wrong. I can't afford to go out and buy like £100 Archon. Not when I found I could do this cheaper. Those bars come from B&Q, which is a hardware store. If you guys are abroad and don't know where I mean, it's a hardware store what sells everything you could possibly think of. You just got to find the buggering thing in there and there's never anybody to help you. So I saw this on, I think it might have been Sarah's nail station. Is she Canadian? I think she's Canadian, isn't she? And I saw she'd got a bar across her desk, and I thought, what a bloody good idea. So my first point, because I knew I could get a bar and the corners, because the corners come separate. Ignore the tape, that is just making sure my lights don't move. Yeah, what was I saying? I've lost track now. Yes, my first port of call was look on Amazon for one of these. Now, as I pull it and break it, no, don't do it. That extends quite big, because I've got an iPad Pro. I need that to go up to about 12 inches, which it does. So once my iPad's in there, it just locks in place like so. I'll make sure it's straight. This thing and this bit came separate. The bottom piece, I think was about £7 or something like that. 6-7 quid. The top bit, which is a clamp, as you can see, my tape's falling off. The clamp bit is just a universal clamp that you can, it fits cameras, you know, like DSLR. It fits on a tripod. It's got that, the usual screw holding that you screw everything onto, like all your mounts and that. So it is a universal thing. That was about £5. The bars, I bought 2 bars, so they were that length. So I've kept that one at full length, and then the other bar that I bought, I cut down into 2, which fitted perfectly. I measured it all up before I decided what I was going to do, and I said to Richard, I explained to him what I wanted to do, and he said, yeah, let's go B&Q, see what we can find. So straight away we found them and found the brackets. The brackets are really easy, they're just like a screw down thing. They are, I want to call it like a shower pole, so where you hang your curtain for your shower, it's that type of thing. But obviously it's metal, it don't move, thank goodness, it doesn't shake. The only time it shakes is when I shake the camera, if I accidentally knock it or something. But generally the camera is out of my, if you look, because my camera, at the moment my camera's up this end, but I turn my iPad camera around so it's at the bottom end. So basically it's over here, so it misses my head because I am like over this way. Anyway, that's that bit. The lights came from Argos. We did look at quite a few places to try and find lights. I'm going to show you what they are from underneath. They are just a row of, go out a little bit, a row of LEDs. Now the gaps you can see are just where I've put tape just to hold them in place. They've got a sticky back to them. They are the lights that you put underneath, like, you know, like the cupboards underneath, to light up your work surface and to light up on the floor underneath the doors. They are those. You can cut them down to, because they're joined, which is where I've got the tapes, they are joined together with little fork things which you plug in, so you can make them shorter or longer. I used the whole lot and they were 20 quid from Argos, which for those of you guys abroad, Argos is just like a general store what sells all of household wares and stuff like that. So, you know, tables, chairs and that type of stuff, lighting, kitchen stuff. You know the gist. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, I guessed that that unit would fit up the corner, and I'm glad I was right because it has housed a heck of a lot. So up the top, that is my random giveaway box, just with, you know, you've already seen it on a video the other week, all my random stuff. I've got spare bottles of acetone, etc. up there. Next one down, so that stuff is the stuff that I don't touch apart from grabbing some out of the giveaway box. Next one down, that is all my glitters and my foils and my decals. I'll bring that one down because that one's got the least in. So I've got full ones there. And those unit things, what I've shoved it in, just like a little tray, they come from IKEA. That was £2. I need to get another one so I can restart putting some more of these in. As you know, I buy these things, they're trading card things, and everything goes in there. This has got all like my Fimos, fine glitters, and then my glitters what I got off Vicky. So that's that one, but that one lives there because it hasn't got anywhere to go at the moment. My decals live in a name card holder thing, so they live in them. That has got 360 in and it's full. The card things hold, I think, 120. Those 4 are full, and then that one is like, you can see I've just got the centre bit left to fill. These are the same, they are, but these are photo albums, so these got bigger pockets, and I've just back to back on the decals, so I've put 2 in one pocket, and both of those are full, and I need to get another one. I need to get another one of these, and I need to get another decal one, and then I need to buy some spare glitter ones, you know, just in case I get any more glitter. Right, next one down. Right, these are the glitters that I've got a bag up on the corner. So I haven't done those yet. I just haven't got round to it. I have got different types of, let me swap hand. So I've got these ones which house, you know when you get like a pack of 6 of all the same glitters, all the same gems, but they drop down in size. This is what all of these hold. So they are all my gems, what are the same colour, but they come from little tiny weeny things up to whatever size. These ones have got 8 pockets in. Oh, those were, I got those ones from Poundland. They were 4 for £1 in a pack. I think it was 4. I'm sure it was. These ones I got from the range. I don't know if they were single, or I think they might have been single or in a pack of 2. But these weren't much, another couple of quid. So these ones hold, oh, you've gone ever so bright. Blimey, that's better. These ones hold different things. I try and keep them together, you know, certain colours, etc. Or if like Les has given me, you know, a batch load, I'll keep all of Les's in one case. So that is all of those there. Next pot along is another pot from IKEA. That has my aquagel stuff in it, or builder gel as I mainly call it. Those pots are, I think, about 50p or something like that from IKEA. They match these ones. I need to get some more when I go. As you know, where I live on the island, we haven't got anything like that over here. I have to go to Southampton, so I jump on a boat every so often. So that one has what do you call them, my forms in there. So I've got custom making ones which are ace, highly recommend, and then I've got the pink ones from Nao Nails which are alright but not as good. That lot there comes in, there's quite a few sections in this one. It's my lights what are making it funny, look. Hang on, that's better. Right, this is my Swarovski case. This is the only Swarovskis I own. So obviously they're in separate sections because they're different shapes. The only person that these go on is my mum. So these ones, all these this end, these 6 where my thumb is, believe it or not, they have come from, you know, diamond painting, where you stick the little crystals on a piece of, like a poster type thing, and you make a picture of them. Look up diamond painting, you'll know then. So this, all those there, that's why there's hundreds in there, because there's just so many. But they were cheap and cheerful. They're all right for doing videos, which is good enough. I've got just my spare few wheels, like ones what Les's given me, those ones, and then I've got like caviar beads in that one. Obviously that's where my moulds live, just plonked on the side. If I put them somewhere, I'll forget where the bloody hell they are, and I'll end up cursing that somebody's moved them. So that's that bit. Right, I'll do this bit next. I've got a spare thing to go in my thing, already printed out up there. I've got my cork board up there, which has got my dates on for what I need to do stuff by, which I need to update. Oh, that diary up the corner with the horse on is, it's where I write down what acrylics I've got. Then I've got them all written down, and when I look to say go and buy some from Team Gorgeous, I can just say, oh, I've got that one, because I forget very easily. Right, let me go back a bit. This big board thing up the corner, I haven't painted it yet because I don't know what colour to do it, because the thing is my walls are like chocolate, like a chocolate brown, and I didn't want to do the board that colour. I just thought it would make it look quite dark, especially where I'm working. So we've left it as wood at the moment, I'm afraid. So you'll have to put up with it looking ugly. You buy these pegboards, so they go up really easy. They weigh a frigging ton, I'll warn you now, if you buy some. They are what they use in shops to obviously hang stuff. You get, like I've got 3 of those metal rods, which is those there. Then you just screw that on, and then the metal boards just slot in. They are so easy. You can go on AliExpress and buy all the pegs to go in it. So if I take, say, that one down, you grab it first. These things cost pennies. I think they cost me about £1 for about 20. And all you do is, I'm going to try and do it while it's on camera, is slot it in. These things are shower curtain rings. So they've got a little clip at the end. And as you can see, they just hang, and I hose a lot on there. So I've got my acrylic paints up there, my wax melts, my blade for, try and get you focused again, sorry. Why is it not focusing? Oh, what a nightmare, hang on a second. It's doing that again. Oh, now it's gone dark. That's better. Right, yeah, my blade for cutting my Fimos lives up there, so nobody touches it. My bags, which I put my glitters in, if they come in pots. My sticky labels to stick on anything what I send anybody. I've got some little square labels which go on the bags, hanging there. And then I also have address labels, but they're tucked underneath the desk because I don't use them that often. I tend to just write it straight on. A few addresses there. Then I keep all cards, notes, and all that shebang what people send me. That is chock-a-block. They are doubled up, and some of them are tripled up. So that is all of them up there. This thing, my mum actually gave it me at Christmas because it had got a hand wash in it and a hand lotion. So I just hung it on there. I thought, waste not, want not. I'm not throwing it in the bin when the stuff's gone. It houses my water and some nail polish remover. Next up is, we put this up. I was going to get another 2 pegboards, but I couldn't afford them at the time because the pegboards are quite expensive. I think they were like £20 each for just one of those. So I said we'll keep them as they are because they're easily moved. All you do is unhook them off that. You don't have to touch the screws. You literally just unhook them. Piece of piss, basically. So I can, when I get another 2, move them down or move them up and put another 2 on there, which I will do at some point. So I bought that little, whatever you call it, shelf. It's got sides on it and a rail at the front. And it actually houses these things. These are what, this is IKEA again. That was about £2. And then you get, I think it was a pack of 3 or 4 of these little glass jars for about another £2. And they actually go in there. They're from the kitchen department if you want to know where to get them. So it houses my monomer, which I've got in that one, alcohol, nail polish remover, alcohol, washing up liquid in another squirty bottle, just in case anything gets dirty, acetone, because I don't use a whole ton of acetone anyway, so only when I'm stamping. So I tend to get that from the chemist, which is about, I don't know, £1.50 or something like that. Gloves in a bottle I use all the time. Whenever I've got these on, I use that. That goes on my hands first.